Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video. And we have some exciting news that dropped overnight. I'm just getting to it this morning, but I do have some cool predictions to put in this video as well, and just getting my overall opinions on this unit. So, EZA, Frieza First Form, his details have been revealed. So we actually know what his stats are going to be on every phase. Now, I believe it was only officially announced like his first phase and his last phase, but the wiki actually has the stats for the in between. And I don't know if that's just because it's very predictable what it was going to do, or if that was actually like leaked in the data. But we're going to go through it. I do agree with what they have for all the phases. Then what I'm going to do is, because Frieza and AGL Goku, Transforming Goku, they're like parallel units. They kind of come together as a set. Typically, those units, like their passives will mimic each other. I think we can fairly accurately predict what the Goku is going to be. So I'm going to go through that prediction in this video as well. We're going to have a really good idea of what the Goku, and the Goku honestly could be better than the Frieza just because of like what his gimmick is compared to Frieza's, but they're both going to be absolutely bananas, right? So here we are at phase one, and this is the phase you're going to see the most. I think a lot of what's going to determine how good these units are is how good they are turn one. Because if you look at like just the fifth form of each of these units, they're both going to be insane, but you're not going to see them very often. You have to get to at least, I think, turn 9 to see the last form of these. So this is the form you're going to be seeing the most. And just based on how Frieza is right now, like the Easy Aid one is going to perform very well. What I'm going to do is at the end of the video, I'm going to link. I do have a level 10 Rainbow level 10 link showcase on this Frieza before his EZA. So if you're curious at how he performs right now, go ahead and check out that video. And then I'm definitely going to do another video, like basically the moment this guy drops. He drops tonight, by the way. They don't normally do this, but the EZA is actually dropping with the new banners, which that's very, like, they don't do that. That's not typical, which makes me think that they are maybe doing it sooner because there's more EZAs they want to do. Because I think it's fair to say that AGL Goku is going to EZA for sure, and then maybe they're going to try to squeeze in Namek Goku as well, right? This guy could be part 1, Goku could be part 2, and then maybe Namek Goku's part 3. Who knows? We'll see. So here's what Frieza does. So he always had this, right? So he permanently stacks attack and defense in this form, right? So he infinitely stacks. He does immense damage, and then they just added lowers defense, which isn't like the craziest thing, but it's something, right? So his stats went up from 80% to attack and defense 110. This is completely new. He just gets 3 ki at start of turn, and then he gets attack plus 10% and defense plus 40 when attacking super class enemies. And then he recovers 11 HP at the start of turn. He had that before. That didn't change. And then he transforms when conditions are met, which is just transform the next turn. So that's how he is there. And then what's going to happen is this passive throughout his transformations is going to relatively be the same. It's just going to make adjustments, right? So what happens is when the form changes, the attack and defense goes up 10% with each form. He keeps the infinite stacking, keeps the lowers defense. So that's all the same, right? The key 3 stays. And then what happens here is the attack goes up 10% and the defense goes down 10%. So the total percentages you're getting from these two is the same. It's just swapping from attack to defense with each form. And then the recovery goes up another percent, which this was the same as the unawakened one. So that's going to be the same, right? So then we transform again. You see 10% buff here. Still raises attack and defense, still has key 3. Attack went up another 10%, and then defense goes down 20. The way this is set up is actually fine because he is stacking anyway. So, like, even though the defense percentage is going down, his defense actually overall should still be increasing because of the stacking mechanic. And the key 3 is actually quite nice because with a unit that stacks like this, you want to make sure you do not miss a super attack, especially when the infinite stacking only lasts for a limited time, right? And that's against super, and then recovers 13. So that just went up 1. So once again, very predictable. Go to final form Frieza here. Now he's 140. Key 3 stays. Now attack is 40, defense is 10. Recovers 14%. And then we go to final golden Frieza here. So now the attack and defense, he still has the raise, but it's just for 1 turn. So at this point, he can no longer stack. He can just get what he gets on that turn. But by the time you get to this phase, he should have a lot of stacks in and have like a really healthy defensive number, right? Like by the time he gets here, his defense should be pushing 300k, if not more, which is definitely suitable for hard content, right? And then he gets this great chance of stunning the enemy. To me, this is basically pointless because the places that you want to stun are like Super Battle Road, and you want that like turn 1. you're not getting to turn 9 on Super Battle Road and then actually stunning. And then if you're playing a long event like the Legendary GT Goku event or the God event, like those units can't be stunned. So to me, this is kind of pointless, but it's there. You know, that's what he had in his old kit. But his final stats, attack and defense 150, which is insane. Just for reference, guys, the uneasy 8 Frieza, he had attack and defense 110 at the end, and that's what he gets at turn 1 now. So they're starting him where he was before Easy at phase 1, and then he's going up from that, which is pretty wild. Then he loses when attacking Superclass, he basically just gets 50% attack now and loses the defense altogether, and then he recovers 15% HP at the start of turn. And then he gets key plus 12, which just means he's going to guarantee super, which is fine. And then he gets that guarantee crit once only, right? So this Frieza, I think, is going to be absolutely ridiculous. He's going to be fantastic. I'm going to love using this guy. Okay, so based on what they've done with Frieza, let's look at Goku, and let's put a little prediction in here, right? So the leader skill is going to be pretty much guaranteed. It's going to be super class, key 3, and then all stats 130, because that's what they did for Frieza, but for extreme class, okay? Now, Goku stacks attack and defense just like Frieza, immense damage. Now, Frieza, they added lowers defense. I think what they're going to do for Goku is they're going to just kind of do like some parallels. So for Goku, I think Goku's going to lower attack. If Goku lowers attack, that would be ridiculous. And it makes sense for Goku's kit. So I think Goku is going to lower attack. I think Goku's going to start the attack and defense percentages for this first part are going to be the exact same as Frieza's. So it's going to be 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. I think that's going to be exactly the same. The reduces damage by 21% is going to be exactly the same. I think that's not going to change. He's going to go from 21 to 25% damage reduction. Now, the part they're going to add on, if we go to Frieza, let's go back to phase 1. What they're going to add on to Goku is they're going to add on this right here. So Goku is going to get key 3 while attacking extreme enemies. Now, what I think they're going to do for this is they're going to reverse it for Goku. Because Goku, like with damage reduction, like he's built to be a more defensive unit. And so what I think they're going to do is they're going to start Goku at 40% attack and 10% defense, and they're going to let his defense build up with his damage reduction to make him like more effective with that part of his passive. And then with Goku lowering attack and his super attack effect, that is also going to help his damage reduction do more. So I'm going to be very confident and say that's what Goku's going to be. Now, obviously, they could change it. It could be different. They could mimic this exactly the same. Like, it could just be 10% in defense 40, just like Frieza. It's either going to be that or they're going to swap them. But I think they're going to swap them because it makes total sense. So, going back to Goku. Goku is going to, inside of here, he's going to get key 3, and he's going to get attack 40% and defense 10% while facing extreme enemies. And then what's going to happen is that's just going to build all the way through all of his passives. So what's going to happen is by the time he gets to the end here, this is going to be attack and defense 150. He's going to greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. And then he's just going to keep this great chance to stun just like he has there, right? This will be attack and defense 150. This will still be reduced by 25%. But then they're going to add in key 3 and defense 50% against extreme. He won't get the attack buff. It'll just be defense. And then he will still get this key 12 and performs a critical hit once only. I think that is a fairly safe analysis of what Goku is going to do. And based on that, he's going to be insane. If they decide to make the attack and defense like with against extreme class exactly the same as Frieza, that's fine too. But to me, it makes so much more sense that Goku in his final form only has defense and then Frieza only has attack. I think that would be a nice little parallel to the 2 units. So anyways, guys, there you go. There's our easy A's. They're dropping tonight. Like literally at, I think it's like whenever the Dokkan Now ends, like all of this is dropping. Banners are dropping. Frieza Easy A dropping. It's going to be a very exciting night. I don't know if I'm going to stay up late enough to like do videos tonight, but for sure tomorrow morning, I'll start pumping out videos. We'll get the Frieza showcase out. We'll get my summons out, all that. I am going to space the content. I'm not going to drop it all the same day. But I think the Frieza showcase I'm going to try to do right away. And then my summons, like people will watch summon videos whenever. So I don't think my summon videos have to drop like day 1. So I'll probably just like schedule it out and then I'll go out at some point. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this Goku and Frieza. Thanks for watching and we'll catch you all on the next one.